Tonight we race. We race.
It's time.
Holy crap, that was an aggressive pullout. Good evening, It Me Mousy, and good evening, Grims, as they take off in our cold open in the mini stock car and iRacing derived abstract category of car, which is basically every entry-level stock car oval racing car ever made. The drivers have been hucking these things around in practice for the last 30 minutes, and they haven't stopped yelling at each other. So I think
it's not super well marked.
we're going to get what we want out of this.
Now.
Nope. It's the authentic driving experience, including all the left turns.
So some threats have been made. Beers have been referenced.
Oh, I just got another one.
Fortunately, they cannot actually reach each other. They're not close enough to punch each other.
I was doing 26 in the 37.
But, you know, they can trash talk, and that is, you know, part of the experience.
Sorry, I just realized the volume in the green room was turned up to 20, which is too many numbers. So what's going on here? We've got...
This time they gave me a stop and go.
Oh, we've already got penalties out here. Let's go. Goals, what have you done? How?
I just do what I do, you know, and if that's leaving the pits before the pit lane entrance ends or speeding in pits, then that's what I do.
Do you even have a place in here? Do they allow you in here anymore?
Not shortly.
Oh, look at that.
I think this might be my last time.
They built the whole jail just for him.
Does that explanation?
Oh no!
Does that
Oh no!
actually get you out of trouble?
That's not optimal. You may need to call for a tow, sir. Well, with two racers in the pits now, let's see what's going on Pod 4. I'd like to point out that the damage model is not turned off.
Really, it's for the best.
Oh my God, there's
Trap,
so
I
many
heard a
bots
rumor.
entering the track and just swooping across.
I heard a rumor
into
that
the
race
breeze.
control came over to Conan's pod and lowered the PSI on his outside tires by 2 PSI before the start of the race. Is it helping? I really can't tell. He looks engaged. Feels like he's having a good time. Holy shit, spacepunies out in front. How have we missed this? Out in front and in traffic.
But it don't matter, I'm the fastest.
You know, we've been talking about this evening in terms of the goals Conan rivalry for second, but if spacepunies turns in this sort of performance, it's a different night altogether. Can you do a round where everyone has one flat tire? I mean, I'm going to be honest. We haven't actually checked to see how low the PSI settings on the tires can go. But now I have a new goal for next season.
Good. You deserve that.
I will not disagree with that.
Conan, do you accept the punishment?
I was like, who's this car in my rear view? Who's running?
Lordy.
Good.
What I really like is how everybody has the relative display up.
I mean, that's what's really important.
It's not about your position, it's about who you're about to fuck.
Yep.
I think we talked about this a little bit at Oval Night. How
It's funny that the shortest
kind of
track we've
these
ever
races
done is
are
also the
different
longest
because
qualifying
we
we've
really
ever
are
had.
trying to manage traffic.
Yeah, you were definitely trying to manage traffic. Like,
Everything else has been
I think on Oval Night, the big learning there was that it's all about pack management, where if you're not benefiting from the aerodynamic draft of a pack in one way or another, then you were definitely not keeping pace with the cars out there who are. Now,
No, I am way out of
that was on
way out of the
Talladega,
hot
which is
section.
like
I have to hope that everything's
3
terrible
miles
for
long.
everybody else.
This is a tiny track.
This is a very small oval.
You can help with that.
Oh wow!
So we're not even going to look
Why
at their
didn't they
positions
count
for
any
this
of my
grid because
God,
because
I am
at the end of the day
so
it
far
doesn't
back
matter.
Oh, and it's a rolling start.
Yes. Oh my God.
Can I drive the pace
I am
car
disappointed
instead?
to report that you cannot set an oval race to a standing start. Hi, this is race control. How may I assist you?
This is the most dangerous place to start.
Objection
All the way
noted.
at the back of the pack.
Can you get the logbook so we can write that down?
It's 10 R's.
I have the most.
Hey Ted, does your car say ever given on the side of it like mine does?
I don't know what my car says. Never driven one of these before.
I see.
Is that you starting next to me, Donald?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, let's have the big crash that opens this pit up. Let's open up the pit.
Get this pit open.
You want to do some windmills with
I
me?
really
brother?
like it when the the drivers produce their own content. It's
Oh, it's
much easier on us.
I don't know how to start one of these races, so
Apparently, we still have 2 more laps, or 1 more lap.
On
yeah.
the green.
Is it a 2-lap?
2 laps.
Makes sense. The
Who
track
set
is so
that up?
short.
It's a short track.
What the hell?
It's probably fine.
What are you starting in, 4th or 3rd?
What happens if you
I
pit the
guess
pace
third,
car?
I don't know.
I'm in 3rd. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
I just really don't know when to go.
We have learned how to
we're
administratively
everybody else
undisqualify
does.
people
I mean,
now,
when
but I
to
hope we never have to use that function.
Show you and me side by side.
It's gonna be great.
I'm
All the
excited.
crashes happen in front of us, and then keep going.
Exactly. We're the guys who get to. flip
Whoa!
everybody
Pace,
when we impact
pace
them.
car's gone.
Whoop. But no green light. Oh, there it
Oh
is.
no, that's very green.
Okay, that
That's
wasn't
green.
too bad.
Space Punies with the pole
Missed the
position in the
shift.
qualifier, now
Missed the shift.
actually having to defend it from a
what
horde
the
of
hell?
ravenous
Whoa,
animals
2
behind
cars
him.
just appeared in the infield.
You got a break for
sideways.
that. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
what to tell you.
I was one of them.
We
I got
tweaked
through
the
it.
rear view mirror angles this evening
this is
before
a lot of cars.
showtime,
Oh my
and
God,
it's
oh
a
no.
lot scarier like that.
Oh my.
Half the field just stopped.
Yeah.
Well,
like literally stopped.
There, I think Conan's got a better view of that.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God. There's a lot of network stuff going on.
I'll see you guys in 2 laps.
As far as we can tell, iRacing just hiccuped and made every car
No, I
bounce
get my
once.
useless.
Oh dear.
Conan taking the inside line friction-based approach to overtaking.
I mean, it seems to be working.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain with his methods. It's like Shote stopped for a beer in the pit lane.
Yeah, something flipped me over, so I'm getting towed.
Something, quote fingers. Someone.
I just flipped in AI and got a new fastest lap in 1 lap.
Fastest pick flip.
Yeah.
That's a great question, Mousy. It is what iRacing considers the optimal line through this track, which we allow the drivers to flag on if they. Oh my goodness!
Oh dear.
It's like,
I flipped.
He's not doing so
we
hot.
allow the drivers
Who is it
to
behind
turn
me?
that on if they want.
Who's in third right now?
Me.
It is a
Nice.
I'm
plausible
coming for you guys. I'm
route
from
through the
last to
course.
7th
It is
now.
not necessarily optimal. Cupcake frosting upside down.
How are you last?
I qualified in the very last.
From henceforth,
we never
every
actually
night is
made-
oval
We
night.
never actually like made a
I never.
qualifier.
So you just somehow like
I
got
survived.
through all of the
Yep.
shit.
I got through all of the shit and made it out alive.
Space Punies out in front of the cold open with a let's call that a 1 second margin on number 2. Conan in number 3 and looking to squeeze out the AI Drew Adamson to get
Oh
up
my
there.
God, we're holding the front, guys. I'm in the pack.
I'm making my way through. Hopefully, I'll be up there by the end.
Conan going a bit wide, a bit early. In practice, the drivers. Oh my goodness! Trying not to speak over our musical accompaniment here. My goodness. We're gonna turn them down a notch.
I mean, you can't just pass me by not breaking.
I was gonna say we're gonna get struck. We haven't even started. We're gonna get struck.
That's how stock cars work.
You need a strategy that's not PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Two.
So Mousy, that's a really good question. I'm actually so I'm fairly certain it does not update based on car placement.
Move, which is me, possibly both
It
of
is
us
not
having-
like the Forza Motorsports
Conan.
where it is
Do it,
dynamically
Conan.
updated with a speed-based calculation. It's kind of more of a like, if you were coming through here optimally for this car on this track, these are the guidelines. It is not always the best route because it's not a circumstantial line. Based on fires.
We can get out of the corners a lot better than
It's a vibe-based. It's the vibe-based economy for racing.
Generally, the braking zones are good times to brake. Generally.
Generally, we
Tell that to the AI.
we tell our human drivers here that they should treat the braking zones as suggestions and either brake earlier or brake much harder.
I was realizing
But
I was
occasionally,
tilting
sometimes
my
you
head
don't
in
need to
real
brake,
life.
and that's always fun.
Perfect.
Well, in
And doing
oval
this
racing, you have a
silly
lot of other
camera. I was
braking
like, why is
surfaces to
everything
work
so
with.
tilted? I was like, oh, I'm holding my head like that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that as well.
Yeah, 100%. That's the move.
Goals back there in fourth.
So yes, the other braking surfaces can include other cars, but also the walls seem to really assist with the braking.
Am I seeing this? This is a 1, 2, 3.
God.
This is a 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Whoa!
Okay.
Never mind. It's not nothing.
That sucked.
A 1, 2, 3 goals blue flag Conan
Really
pack
happy we
right
all
here.
made it through that.
No, I haven't made it through it yet. I've got.
I
Oh,
meant-
no,
I
no, I'm
meant
sorry,
those
Space
of us
Pennies.
in first, second, and third.
Fair.
Look at the concentration. Look at the poise. Look at the complete lack of Bjork hat.
I hate being in fourth place, like deep in the pack.
Yeah, both Gran Turismo this guy.
Yeah. He's got the spirit, that's
Uh-oh.
for sure.
Snap on, moving in front. Conan paying no
Take me
heed
through, John. Take me through, John.
to conventions such as yellow lines.
Yeah.
Oh, now you got me. Shoot. And I might get it.
Hey, come on. Oh no, this isn't
Yeah,
the bad
that's
place to start
that's
to
true
try
and
to pass each
unfortunate.
other.
I'm
is
seeing little
correct.
spark visual effects coming off the cars sometimes. What is that?
Could be a couple of things, but
You
what
okay?
most likely you're seeing is the fact that the exhaust for the
Sorry,
engines
dude.
on these
I
cars
put the
exits
squeeze
through the
on me and I had
passenger
nowhere to
door.
go.
Oh,
Thank you both for just handing me first.
I see.
Which is,
Yeah, well,
which if
have
you're
fun
only
with
ever
traffic.
turning
It's,
left, I
not
suppose is a
going great.
convenient place for your exhaust to live.
sure.
I love traffic.
I'm making my way through traffic, no problem.
Really.
Less
fun.
less
gotta-
pipe
you gotta
length
encourage
means less weight.
Sure, yeah.
Don, I'm sorry that went so terribly. If you make it back up here, you can have your space back.
I'm in third. Last
Oh, hold
third.
on, Placenta. Let me-
This is heroic.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right.
Good an outcome as
Well,
it
I
could
think it's
possibly
because
be.
they're always turning left, so they're just like that's where their arms are, and
Julia, don't say it out loud though. They'll stop doing it. Oh, look at that.
So many AI. Oh my god.
Got the old melon baller move.
It's so great.
Getting the squeeze.
Somehow, while we weren't looking, Conan managed to get out in front.
when did that happen?
Then no, blue flag's about half a second behind him.
Rewind.
This is good for Conan
Damn it,
because, as the cold open race, none of this matters.
Conan, watch out.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
That guy went for the pit maneuver on you.
Holy shit, I'm in fourth?
Oh, Ted's right behind me.
Look at those tiny little tires.
Teeny tiny.
Okay, that's dirty.
Oh, Jesus, bud.
Oh no, what happened?
You came
So
across
they're
the
happily
whole
sitting in
track right in
fourth
front
gear.
of
Are
me.
these 4 speeds?
These are technically 5-speed manuals, but this is a
Right,
3/4
yeah.
mile track, so they're not really.
But
I thought you had an
They're never
you
leaving
swiping
fourth.
back to the middle or the inside, send an AI.
Fifth
into
gear's
my
a
lane,
fifth gear's a
and
granny
fifth
gear. It's for
green, so-
overdrive.
Yeah, you got, and then I had no option, Ted. You were sideways right in front of me, and I think I.
What are you gonna do? It happened to John. It's just a matter of time before it happened to me. It's all right.
Don't worry, I have a vendetta against Conan, so if I can catch up to him, I'm just gonna destroy him.
I feel like I was running good, but
It's a stock
cars is stock cars. It's a position randomizer.
This is just boxing. I don't know. I don't know why we're even considering it to be anything else. This is a full contact sport.
Spacepunies, who started in first, has drifted back into sixth.
Oh, that was a big very scary.
I mean, contact-based racing is like that.
There's been a lot of shenanigans back here.
A little tap there showed. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
The car is still upright. It's all good.
That was a move, Ted.
That was just-
Show, go drive a tar
that was
mode.
just very disrespectful.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were there.
Must murder orange car.
I'm sorry.
I was behind you.
I was pulling stuff because I was like, this is just AI. I'm going to get my way through here. I did not
Yeah,
realize
same.
you were there.
Oh, this is just like a mix of back markers in here too.
Yeah, because the track is really short, so like there's a lot of people that you just bully out of the way because you're in front of them.
Ooh.
That was rude on a number 3, if that's a real person.
Number 3 for you. That is. It's either. No, it's not a real person. It's an AI.
Oh, I can see Ben coming in.
Hey, buddy. I got it.
Watch that guy, Derek. He's coming back for you.
That is one of the
Yeah, I
joys
see
of
him.
the short track, is everybody can see everybody.
You need a spotter.
The
from
world
the
where
outside.
everyone
oh, God,
can
he's
set
coming
their
back for
own
me.
car number is annoying. We should
Rio 2's on my list.
figure out how to not be in that world.
That's a last to first.
Oh, buddy. Oh no, my headset disconnects when I turn my head too far to the right.
It's a good thing you only have to look left.
Oh, you bullied that guy.
Oh, that's how I've been getting through
I
the whole
don't know
thing.
if there's any
It
story we
works.
can
It's
tell
great.
here that they're not telling themselves. Maybe that's why NASCAR is so popular. It's so narrative.
Wow, okay. That was spicy.
Give me a little space here, a little space.
The Dale Earnhardt of Spec Miata Racing. I'm pretty sure that's goals. I think he said sorry the most. Of course, that's not particularly Dale
I need
Earnhardt.
space. I need
but
space.
I'm coming.
there's not going to be a touring car race this season, Rella. This is the last episode of season 1.
That entry speed slide is. So
Although we have
fun.
talked about touring car for
Yeah,
season
the
2.
entry slide is legit.
The touring cars used in iRacing are TCR, which is a front-wheel drive spec, which I'm not hugely a fan of.
Let's go again. I'll give you the shove. Let's friggin' go.
I think Euro touring car is where it's at, but we don't have that available
No,
to us.
no.
Not here. That's assuming we stick with
I said
iRacing
good.
for
We're
season
good,
2.
we're
You never
good.
know.
See, this is stock car breeding wonderful collectivism.
My goodness, what is going on over here?
I mean, the words drivatar mode were uttered.
I suppose I did say that. I did specify.
I'm seeing all blue symbols here.
That means your race is going really well.
Showed us in the thick of it and swinging.
I do not need to let the leader go by. Thank you very much.
See,
Oh,
see
no!
Orange 6 just
Car still facing the right direction. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, it's fine. It's gyroscopic.
I got
even.
through half the pack.
Here we go. Someone was thoughtful enough to put the display back up. 2 minutes remaining in our cold open here.
Red, is that you in the 3 car?
I don't know my number.
You red?
Red and white?
Maybe?
The driver's now deciding
I'm
who to ram.
Pretty sure the red 3 cars and AI.
First, tell me what happened.
I was badly 2 cars today. Just passed him, so
Rewind.
Is there a bright blue car behind you?
yes.
I'm gonna hit you.
Okay, you carve now.
Okay.
I
Shake and
think
bake.
maybe it was a mistake introducing the stock car racing. I don't know if we can close this Pandora's box.
I also have not seen any flags thrown at all.
Rules of the street out there, man. I would have expected a yellow flag for the upside down turtle car, but I guess not. Suppose we could manually throw flags here. Full course yellow and then see how many people comply. Ooh. Ooh. That may cost him in the time.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Conan
god.
shifting way too fast and too hard.
Oh my god. How did he get all the way?
Definitely was using the.
All right, put the flag out.
Rather than
Put the flag out.
And now look,
Stop
you're
the
already back and
race.
forth. You'll never have to shift again.
Oh yes, it worked.
Did not cost him as many
Well,
places
we
I
crossed
was
the
have
finish line
expected
in
to.
First place after qualifying in last. What's up?
spacepunies has 1 lap to eat Conan.
Excited for my post-race interview.
Do they hand you the beer before or after you get out of the car?
Pretty sure I'm supposed to come up with a champagne bottle or
Hell
something.
yeah.
What's up, shout?
Nice race.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was really
such a
fun.
good time.
That was a really good time.
That is a checkered flag for goals. Looks like we've got checkered flags all around.
Hey-o.
That's going to be a win for goals in the race that doesn't mean anything.
Correct. Although it does, you do get tired racing that one.
That's true. We're wearing them down slowly. Congratulations, goals. Y'all can start. Y'all can make your way back to the green room, and we will get on with the program. Where does that leave us? Oh, right with the thing. But
Yes.
welcome to Wednesday night, the final night of season 1 on Tonight We Race, Seattle's secret underground racing laboratory. Secret because it helps keep the hardware manufacturer marketing spam down.
Underground because it's 5 degrees cooler down here and there are a lot of GPUs running.
The racing bit, we hope by this point, would be pretty self-explanatory.
A lab because here on Tonight We Race, we want to explore all the weirdness that is out there in the simulation space that you can only really do with a lot of hardware and your participants in close proximity.
I'm Maradine, the host of this silliness, and tonight I am joined by It's a Trap of the Tuesday crew. Trap, Tuesday is over.
Tuesday's over.
Officially. How did that go?
That was great. It was fun. We got to race Porsches. It was fantastic.
I do fondly recall Porsche night, mostly because it was less than 24 hours ago, and so I can hold it in short-term memory. Let's talk about our opener a bit. I got a thing for this. That was the mini stock on USA International. The mini stock is great in the same way that the Formula V is great. It's an approachable gateway drug into a whole new world of motorsport that, in and of itself, has surprising depth. Of course, in this particular case, that new world is oval racing, not open wheel. The mini stock attacks this whole new world with 200 horsepower and a tiny little racing slicks. Though we could fit it with dirt tires and have some fun in the chili bowl if we really wanted to, and it would still be great.
That'd be funny. But this track was the USA International Speedway in Lakeland, Florida, or at least it was. USA International closed to the public in 2008 and was demolished in 2012.
Oops.
It's 3/4 mile, 14-degree high bank layout. It's hosted such prestigious events as the Hooters Pro Cup Series. That is a real thing, yes. Although it is gone now. But it does live on in iRacing with an additional dirt oval layout that never existed in real life. You can do that when there's no one left to license your content from.
Lol. As always, we will intro our drivers before the feature race, but before that, let's run the news, which is right here. So, it's once again race week, and this is the last time we will talk about Formula One on the show. Moving on. As far as I'm concerned, the series is over at this point. Although I'm told the constructor championship is still viable.
They could do a thing.
This is actually a sad topic. I'm going to try and not treat this with the general disdain that I have for the Cybertruck, but there was yet another Cybertruck accident last night, and 3 occupants killed inside it, and the 4th was ejected, and the 4th was pulled out by a passerby as it caught fire. When we did the most dangerous vehicles in America segment a couple of weeks ago, the Cybertruck did not have enough data yet to be even included in that list. But it turns out the Cybertruck is not really a great place to be in a collision, nor is a great thing to be outside of in a collision. In response to the one that happened immediately before this, where the driver was ejected out the window and survived in critical condition, Elon quoted that the Cybertruck is as tough as nails. Can make from that quote what you will. And that's the end of the sad news for the evening. I would like to bring it back up a notch to our normal lulls here. Trap, you're up front tonight. And so you don't get to participate in Bring a Trailer Challenge. And so I wanted to make sure that we got a challenge here for you.
Okay.
This is called Who Has the More Expensive Custom Watchwear in Formula One Challenge.
Okay.
And your 2 choices tonight are Verstappen with his Tag Heuer Monaco Custom Series.
Ah, okay.
Or Perez, also on Red Bull, with his Tag Heuer Carrera Series Custom. And your challenge here is which of these 2 watches sells for more dollars?
Wow. My gut is going to say Verstappen because, I mean, you get the big name to, promote your really high-end thing. So that's my gut. But I also have no idea what the watch market is in the places where they show these guys.
That's totally fair. And unlike the car market where I feel like I have kind of a sort of a handle of what's happening here, I don't think you can use is this watch attractive as a factor here because that's not how the custom watch world works.
Right.
In any event, here's your answer.
Okay. Wow.
Not
okay.
not Verstappen's custom. It's actually Perez's by about $2,000.
Interesting.
And now you know everything that I know about the Formula One series custom watches. Moving on to the schedule.
Right. Schedule.
So you are seeing, or rather have seen, the mini stock on USA International. Tonight, of course, is the GT4 League, and so you're going to see all GT4 racing tonight. The first race will be the GT4s on Circuit de Lédon in France, and then, of course, the GT4s returning home for the final race tonight on Laguna Seca, otherwise known as WeatherTech, otherwise known as Mazda Raceway, otherwise known as that racetrack next to Monterey. The drivers for tonight are, once again, Schote in Pod 1, spacepunies in Pod 2, but not with his Bjork hat tonight, which disappoints me greatly. Goals in Pod 3 and Conan in Pod 4. And I will tell you this right now because we're about to go into the standings conversation. It is the Goals and Conan rivalry that I think is going to be most interesting tonight because, skipping past our scoring slide here just briefly and getting out of the way, Ted, or Blue Flag, has the series not locked up, but in a very advantageous position coming out of week 3. Goals and Conan are 1 point from each other for the second place nod. And not entirely out of contention for first place, depending on what's up with Blue Flag for the rest of the race. This is very similar to Tuesday night, where Mickey and Drain were separated by 1 point going into the race, and then traded a point back and forth all night between the challenge and feature race 1 and feature race 2. Because we have more drivers in this particular series, being out in front is worth more than 1 point, and so this could go either way. It's gonna be really exciting. If you see us bouncing back and forth between the goals screen and the Conan screen a lot tonight, that's why, because that's the big one that we're watching here. Obviously, Dr. Gould still in contention there as well. spacepunies showed and Brett rounding out the rear end. So that brings us to feature race 1, and we'd love to tell you all about it. Which I think is,
so,
that's you.
This is GT4 night. And so the Wednesday crew is, of course, racing the GT4s all season. And this will be their 7th and second to last race in either the Benz, the Beamer, the Aston, or the Porsche, or the McLaren. And it seems like the Benz is still the crowd favorite, but we've heard rumors that at least one more driver may be switching to the Porsche. The Porsche Cayman GT4 for the final night.
It is not on paper as powerful as the Benz, but a number of people have kind of got a little bit of a religion on how neutral it is through handling when you put the hammer back down, which is unfortunately counterbalanced with the fact that it is much rougher ride over the curbs, being very, very much lighter.
Right.
But we should see, I'm going to guess, we're going to see 2 Porsches out there tonight. We'll see. We're going to take our GT4s to Circuit de Lédon in Occitanie, France, and this is me having to do the French pronunciations tonight. This is a 2-mile counterclockwise circuit, packing 13 turns of various difficulties into its layout, complete with elevation changes and the occasional blind spot if you're kind of low enough, like an open wheel racer. The drivers are advised to take the first 3 turns very seriously, as their radii decrease progressively as the hill ascends, and as you know, our guys have no trouble with decreasing radius turns whatsoever. And that actually brings us in. So looks like everybody has been practicing while we've been sitting here on our butts. So Shode, if you'd be so kind, bring us into qualifying and let's do some racing. I don't. Mateo thinks that these corners look fun. Like the real money here is 1, 2, 3, because it's like, oh, I'm through the first one. Here's the next one. No, the next one's radius is smaller. Oh, I'm through it. What's that? No, the next one's radius is smaller. In theory, you should be coasting through those 3, or just keeping slight on the accelerator, depending on how much speed you're bleeding. But then you're going up and down like a bouncy castle through this thing. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm very disappointed that I am not racing tonight.
There's so much time in this lap.
Best of luck in your lone qualifiers. This is a 2-lap over 10 lone qualifier, so they've got 2 chances on the flying lap to make this happen. Of course, the pit exits right at turn 1, so they don't get to experience all the, quote, Type 3 fun of that turd series.
Right, normally they'd be coming out of the straightaway into those turns.
Yeah. Who are we gonna follow here? Let's follow spacepunies. He's the most drama-free of this group.
Give us a taste of what to expect.
They are going from an extremely manual experience to a much more semi-automated world. So hopefully that practice shook all the stock car back out of them. And of course, by unanimous agreement of the Wednesday Night League, there are no AIs in the feature race 1 and 2. So this is the 7 of them and nothing more. Mateo, I'd love to have topo maps of that kind of stuff. That'd be really cool. Big breaks into the braking zone there, coming up and around.
He's got some nice banked corners, so that should make things a little bit more pleasant.
Now he gets to run for the length of the straight, which also includes a mountain, apparently. And the flying lap into 1, 2, and 3. So here's the wide one, and then he's got to go narrow. And then he's got to go even more narrow. And the apex there's later than you might otherwise expect.
Immediately screw up my first lap.
The first turn is.
Yeah, I just immediately got it wrong.
It's like Goals is lost in the mountains here.
Same.
Also look like our dynamic weather is producing some overcast here. That doesn't bode well. Boy, I hope it doesn't rain. That sounded more menacingly ironic than it was meant to. I don't think it's going to rain, but wow, that would suck.
We need to talk race strategy.
Survive.
Goals coming around on. I don't know the name of that turn. That turn is. Oh, that text is way too small to read over here on the sub display. We don't. That turn doesn't
I need
have
more
a
than
name.
3 laps to learn this.
They
track.
chose not to name it. There we go. Coming around on his first flying lap. We're going to see what the times look like right about now. Through the gantry.
125.9.
So we've got a 125.9 on Goals. Conan just turned in a 127.5. Spacepunies sitting on a 129. Shote still working on a clean
Coming
one.
for that first place championship slot.
So there's already a 2-second gap between Goals and Conan.
I guess I'll have to try to defend it.
But they get a second chance to put in a flying lap.
You're pretty settled. You're going to have a really bad time today for anybody to challenge you.
Damn it, and I just went off on my second lap, so it looks like I'm starting the back.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
This course is Circuit de l'Eternel. And yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles. Conan's that's Goals' last lap of 125.9. We're going to see if he can improve on that coming through here. As everybody gets 2. And the uphill onto the straight. That's going to be a 126.4, so he's not going to beat his best qualifier there. Conan about to turn in his second. Also not beating 127.5. Twindigo, we already covered that. That's Circuit de l'Eternel.
That is garbage.
On the French Riviera. It's actually a couple kilometers back from the French Riviera. But I believe that's everybody. Looks like Shote's about to turn it in. Shote qualified at a 130. Here's the breakdown. So pods 3 and 4 out in front. Goals looks like he's got 2 seconds on the rest of the pack here. Conan is his immediate target, but if he can stay 2 positions in front of blue flag Ted Carter, all sorts of interesting things might happen tonight.
Oh, good.
Sadly, yes.
Yep. Yeah, man, what's your juicing regimen?
It's unfair because Trap actually speaks French and I don't. If you want, we can go back to the Hockenheim ring if we want to cater to my linguistic capabilities here.
Get the German tracks into the rotation.
Nordschleife. Schleife. Nordschleife.
Somehow I had missed the announcer until just now.
Best of luck, racers. This is not stock car. Do not do what you just did. What did I say? We got 2 Porsches and 2 AMGs. We definitely have Spacepunies converted.
Look upon why work she mighty in despair.
Let's see how that pays off for him.
The timesheets don't look good.
Porsche
Shit, I
Doppelkupplungsgetriebe.
qualified in third.
I almost fucked up the second G. Porsche Doppelkupplungsgetriebe.
Oh, I thought this was rolling.
Look at that! Look at that!
Drama.
Suckers.
I got a black flag for,
Oh no.
so that's the end of my championship.
Oh no! What is happening here?
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Never give up, Conan. This
I need to figure out where pit entrance is.
this okay, well, that's a separate
How
problem.
long can I hold off Ben?
The same problem can happen to any 3 given people here. We were so entranced by spacepunies flying start, we missed
Did I?
whatever the hell that was.
Technically.
That's my flash to pass.
That's spacepunies up there in the Cayman, the blue Cayman 7.
That one, then.
Sorry.
Whoa! Whoa!
Some of those stock car reflexes still haven't quite worn off.
Till you finish your turn.
Yeah, everything just got super bright.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's yours.
Shit is already
That's
spicy
my
out on the
championship
circuit.
Over too.
I will provide a piece of advice that I wish the Tuesday night
surrounded by
crew
pods,
would
and
have
I don't know
taken,
who's
which
who
is
or what's what.
this is not going to be solved by who is faster.
number
It's going to be
6?
solved by who fucks up less. Stop fucking up.
Who's in the other Porsche? Is that you, John? Are you in the black and white Porsche?
DDR.
Conan found the
John's in
pit.
a teal Porsche.
We can't see his exact penalty marker. Hopefully this is a drive-through.
As we learned, the drive-through means drive-through.
Literally drive-through.
Not
Do
that
not
mic there, by
stop.
the way, John.
You may not treat this
Yeah,
as a
but I
pit.
didn't follow it on purpose.
All right, I'm on your outside number
Quick,
6.
hop out and take the pace car.
And of course, try not to get another black flag when exiting the pit.
Oh, they've got their pit limiters on. They're playing smart now.
But that blue line, if you don't follow it, they will.
No, no,
fight you.
they will send you right back around. Race control has no end of penalties in play. Looks like Goals has managed to sneak by spacepunies while we weren't looking here. And this is now where the drama is, so this is where we're going to stay for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, what happened to your race?
Spun twice.
Oh,
Not because of me.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Hey, Deb, sorry for missing you
because
there
we got
earlier.
our
It
traction
is a
control
cool
again?
setup.
No,
We
it
spent
actually
quite
stays
a bit of
on
time
once
putting
you
this
turn it
together.
on.
I
Oh,
hope
okay, you just gotta do
I
it
hope
once.
you find it unique and
Control it
entertaining.
all going into that last chicane, or just like
Sorta.
rolling the dice?
I basically lock it up and throw it in, and
Yeah.
just let
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
as you hit the G out at the bottom, I just let off the brakes and get on the gas hard.
That seems to be my tech. Just dice roll through there.
The AMG is very stable in that kind of shit, which I do really like. Like when it spins, it gives you a lot of communication.
Yeah.
Schultz holding in position 5 now, but not particularly far behind Ted Carter. He's going to have an advantage in weight transfer here. But the AMGs on that uphill straight are probably pretty advantaged there. Conan, after his
Like
drive
that,
through
just got a
there, looks
huge
like
slide.
he's sitting on.
It's paved up pretty tight.
Was that legal?
Looks like he's sitting
You
on
can jump for
about
that?
20 seconds, give or take, to
can
get
take
back
a
into
lot of that
contention with
shoulder
their,
target.
So much run on you here.
Dr. Gould.
Yeah.
I don't know where the track friggin' goes, man.
Space Punies sitting out in
It's
front
so
with
slow
a
following.
small
It's
gap
so sketchy to be
between
behind you because I'm like
himself
not
and Space
100%
Punies, who
sure
was
what's
trying to
gonna
hang
happen
on
next on the racetrack.
in
I
position
watch
2.
your entry. I'm just to your right or left.
Yeah.
15 minutes on the
Close
clock.
They blocked the racing line.
Yeah, like
That's
the
plenty
racing
of time
line's
for
like
something to
all
happen.
Oh, yeah.
faded. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's like the color in VR, like
it
the
doesn't show
saturation's
all the
all
way.
crazy.
You have less warning. And the first 3 corners, if you ask me why was I on the gas brake, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's a weird sequence of corners, but there's a lot of time to be made in there being on the gas
Yeah.
a bit.
That's like T1 the Rid.
Staying competitive. Maintaining about a 3-second gap there. Goals out there taking advantage of every degree of angle of bank back there he can. Despite being a chonkier boy, the Benz is hanging on here quite well.
It's taking those corners pretty well.
Also, the curbs are much lower than some of the other GT4 courses we've been running, and so you can get really
Forgot what
aggressive
corner it
clipping those
was.
apexes.
Oh, that's nice.
It's going to be worth a half a second for him. This is probably going to come in at 126.4.
Look at that.
Now you're too far for me to follow.
spacepunies has lost another half second here, so he's going to be in his own little headspace for a while. Likewise with Schroep in the 6th position, coming up through for another lap.
This first, this
Cutting
first
his
couple
time down
corners
to a
is
buck
tricky
30.
shit.
Excellent lap. And Conan 6 seconds out of Brett, but making up time. Well, I guess that just goes to show you it's never the drama you planned for.
Not yet.
So hard not to go off track to set up for that. You can a bit, actually. I got an off warning. Oh, you get a warning.
The pods are pretty quiet.
But I was fully 4
Which is
wheels off
good.
the line. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's good. Part of it is because we're in the GT4s, and they tend to not produce a lot of the weird forces that the more... What's the word I'm looking for? The less refined cars might otherwise produce, but I also went aggressively in with a wrench between last night and tonight and made sure that everything was tightened up proper. Also used the magic zip tie trick between the seating
yes.
brackets and cleared that rattle out. So the reality is, now that this is the end of the season, every pod needs to be stripped down to components, and bolts and washers and everything need to be assessed, and then they need to be reconstructed into whatever the Season 2 configuration is going to look like, which will probably be the same, but with more sound dampening.
Taking an interesting line through there.
Yeah, as I say, Goal's taken some wild liberties with the racing line there. But the headlights are still pointing in the correct direction, so it's hard to complain.
There's the complex in the back where I see like a pickup truck parked in the corner every time, and I keep thinking I'm like seeing somebody behind me.
That's your personal tailgate party. I don't know why we kept the frame rate display up there. It's fucking 8 episodes in now. Pretty sure the pods can handle their shit. Conan now at 2.7 seconds from Brett, which is
Derek, when you
inside
get up here,
visual
buddy, just let me
distance.
know where you want it to happen, okay?
See if he can manage
He
this
needs the
without the red
accident.
mist taking over.
I figured that.
You got a lot of speed on me, so I'm not doubting it's going to happen. I just don't want it to turn into an incident for both of us.
Very nice there. It felt like a quarter-second pickup.
It'll probably be down the front straight.
Now down to a single second and moving into an overtaking position. Brett taking that very wide. I'd love to see Brett's point of view, but he's one of our remotes. Got to keep add spectator cam to the list of Season 2 improvements. Big take on that. Yeah, he's going to need to yield that. That's what I was afraid of. Race control is not pleased. Conan hoping that his natural pace will pay that penalty back.
Not quite close enough this time.
Okay.
Not wrong. That's frequently a thing when our drivers are behind what the game considers to be the proper pace through their you wind up being able to just naturally shed those penalties. Bread's going to go out there, and that's going to put Conan into 6th.
Here's the pass.
It's a drag race.
Yeah, where'd you come from?
Those AMGs are definitely going to win it on an uphill straight through there.
So yeah, about those flags, generally going off track is going to give you a black flag. And that just means, what is that, just some sort of track violation?
So going off track isn't necessarily going to give you a black flag unless race control thinks that by virtue of going off the course, you have given yourself some sort of advantage.
Okay.
So for instance, clipping the apex of a hairpin a little bit too far and shortening the corner. And there they will give you a penalty where you need to give up some time within a certain amount of time,
And I
or
keep
then you will be
losing, like,
disqualified and pulled in.
0.6 of a second in
Good
the
evening,
final
Drain.
sector.
How are you? Have you recovered
I've
from
got
Tuesday night?
125s in there. I just throw them away every time.
And then,
Following
so
you.
just to kind of round out the
Yeah,
flags,
so
the blue
you
flag
okay, buddy?
is,
Sorry.
I've really only
I break
seen that
pretty
when
hard
you
for that.
are behind by a lot.
Probably overdo it.
So
No, I
blue
missed it.
flag
I
is the universal
way
symbol
on there.
of slow down or pull off to the side and let the person behind you through. And it's used kind of in two different circumstances. The first is if you were being lapped by
see you
people
again in
in
about 6
favorable
laps,
race condition, they are going to flag you to let them through
Are there 6
because,
laps left?
like, you're not in contention. It's
20
not a
minutes,
real
you
fight.
can't-
You blocking them or holding
can't
them off
imagine
serves
more
nobody
than
any purpose.
5's gone by.
And so they want you to yield the way so that the people who are still fighting for that position can take it.
Right.
The second is in multi-class racing, where, for instance, you might have LMP prototypes and GT3s out on the same race course at the same time, where obviously the lesser car class is going to know instinctively they should pull when they see those lights flashing, but every so often you have to blue flag someone to let them know that, like, by the way, an Audi R18 is coming through. Perhaps you wish to pull to the side.
Right. And then the other flags I've seen, the green is just go.
Green's go, go, go. Black is you fucked up, son. Yellow is there is a circumstance in front of you that requires
This is gonna sound
caution.
ridiculous, but
And different
there's
types of
more
races
speed
treat
and
yellow
kind of
flag
doing, like, a bit of a
differently.
Scandi flick.
And then
Final
red
corner.
flag is the race is immediately halted.
It rewards, wild. Yeah, it rewards you.
Which I
like,
don't think I've ever
waiting
seen
the car to
iRacing.
the outside and then knocking it
No,
all
like
back.
the circumstances where a red flag would need to be pulled in iRacing.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! They are nose to nose.
One of these cars is facing the wrong way.
And Shote back into position 5. I don't know, Placentar. You call a red flag for that? That feels caution to the front half of the track, and everyone else is fine.
So it's less the soccer rules; it's more the overall track state.
But again, it depends. Because there's going to be a marshal with a flag, maybe at every corner, maybe at various strategic places, and they may, depending on how the track is operated and the rules of the sanctioning body, like where the yellow gets applied might be different. A safety car might come out. There's all sorts of
Right.
different ways it can work.
Of course, the white flag means you are on your last lap,
Correct.
and then the checker is you are done. But as I learned, you have to actually pass the checkered flag.
Yeah, the checkered flag comes out when the dude in the tower starts waving the checkered flag. It does not mean pull out and pot out. It means you're about to cross the line.
Yes.
Or have crossed the line. I agree that like, I realize they're doing the literal interpretation of what the flags mean, but like throwing that
Who's
to
the
a
first?
virtual
Banner,
driver
or
who isn't 100% certain they've crossed the line or
Nice,
not
good job, bud.
can be a little distracting.
Wish I had been able to fight it out with you. The way the lights go out in this, like the lights dropped, and I was like, oh, it's like MotoGP rule. Lights dropping means go. It's like, nope, there is a lights go out, and then the lights go green. And that got me my jump start.
Yeah, I watched you lurch forward in my mirror and was like, no.
Yeah. Disappointing to give up. Well, probably would have been a pretty good battle, but we can see how WeatherTech goes.
WeatherTech will be good and a shit show.
Spacepunies in position 2 behind
I've got a
goals
125 in it. I need to stop trying to get to it though.
with a 6.5 second gap. 4 minutes left in the race.
I think you should go for it. Pushing. We all believe in you.
Thanks, guys. I'll see what I can do.
And I think, as we alluded to earlier, sometimes the best races are the ones where you mess up the least.
That's my whole theory as a not professional race car driver is like,
I think it was
yes, you should push to be better every lap, but you should push to be consistent over every lap. And so, like in a 20-minute long race, like what we do here in season 1, like, yes, pace can decide your position, but not fucking up is going to decide your position much, much more. There's just not a whole lot of motivation for pushing it to 10/10ths. Obviously, your mileage may vary, circumstances vary, etc., disclaimer, but like we saw evidence of that last night in the last race of the Tuesday League.
Right.
Drain and Mickey traded places 6 separate times in those 963s, and they didn't do it because they were outpacing each other. They did it because they were taking turns going off in corners. You gotta go slow to go fast, as they say.
That downhill right-hander high speed is fun.
So good.
Yeah, just pitching it in and letting it keep curving and just kind of see what happens on exit. It always comes back.
Show with an aggressive catch on what could have been a catastrophic slide. they're gonna black flag him for that. That's horseshit. Fortunately, it cleared immediately. We noticed that you almost killed yourself. Penalty.
Here's 3/10. Oh, 26-1. I got it. Come on.
Goals is trying very hard to break 126. Spacepunies now back to 8 seconds. He's just not going to have the pace here. And Conan has fought his way back up into 5th, but he is not going to pick up 17 seconds if I'm a betting man here. Throwing that AMG into the turns, though. The straightaway, otherwise known as let's check out the black box.
You gonna get it for another lap, or?
Show coming up on Brett. We could have an overtake before this is all said and done.
Could be.
He's going to have
Keep
2
being
more
like
laps to figure it out.
3/10 up and then losing it, which would be a 125.8.
That compound left-hander
We'll see
throwing
if I'm
everybody
gonna
for
pull
a
off.
loop there.
It's gonna be this one.
White flag for Spacepunies, white flag for goals.
I'm noticing that Conan has a slightly higher dash view.
We let everybody set their view on their own. This
So that's
is
just a driver preference.
that is it. That is a driver preference. That is where he wants to be. Modulo his sight line, modulo his steering wheel height.
I don't think it's here.
Arrests the rear end of the AMG and keeps on moving. That's impressive. Showed on his last lap. Still possible. But if you hork the outside of the second part of that compound left, the third part just becomes impossible to enter. It's really a turn that's solved at the very first piece of it. It's going to be checkered flag for spacepunies and goals.
Well, I made up about 3 seconds on
Conan finishing up his final.
You did good, man. Whew. Man, I think I need about 100 more laps to fall in love with that track, but it's
Hucking the AMG around that corner
love it.
on the hammer.
It's a really good track. I'm pretty disappointed that I black flagged myself on the start and lost the chance to fight it out.
Yeah, I got spun twice on the first lap, and that was not fun.
Yeah, I forgot.
Shote just tantalizingly close to picking this up.
I was just sitting there like, cool, rolling start procedure,
this is
and
one of the turns.
all of a sudden everyone took off. It's like, oh.
One of those was my bad day.
But there's the checkered flag.
Screwing up the start as I ended up going.
And he's going to cross the line onto the gantry, and we are done. Give me
I had to straighten you out back out.
the
Then.
clipboard because it is
Yeah.
time to take
Yeah, it
scores
helped.
down. Uh-oh, hold on, people are already sectioning it out. Don't
then
leave,
I
don't
was in
leave. I
the
need the
scrum, and
scores.
it was not-
Thank you. Actually, I'll get them from Shote. Thank
It's
you.
cool, though.
All right, so that would be for feature race 1. Goals in the first position, followed by Spacepunies, followed by Blue Flag or Ted, followed by Dr. Gould, followed by Conan, Brett, and what was a surprisingly exciting fight towards the end, Brett and Shote. Awesome. Well done, everybody. And with our racers safely back in the green room or on their way towards the green room, it's time for my favorite segment, and I hope your favorite segment.
Yes.
Oh, no, I need this. I need to hold on.
Yes,
to the
you
clipboard.
should hold on
The
to
Bring
that.
a Trailer Challenge. We offer this challenge to each of our drivers for 1 challenge point, which before feature race 1 actually mattered a whole lot more
Yes.
than it may matter now. Although I'll crunch the scores here in just a second. So let's
It could still, depending on what happens in feature race 2. So
anything is possible.
anything is possible.
Every point counts, as Spacepunies is fond of saying. Every point counts. So, all right, everyone's back in the green room, but instead I need goals.
Goals. All right.
Bring me a goals. Goals drew the short straw. So that was quite a finish.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that one.
That did not turn into the neck-and-neck rivalry that I was kind of banking on for this one.
Yeah, sorry that wasn't maybe the most contentful race.
Oh, that wasn't your fault. You came in first.
But I'm very happy with that one.
There is a very specific part of my heart that breaks when I see someone black flag
Yes.
on the launch.
Yeah,
it makes me so sad.
It's a really unfortunate way to pull that victory out, to be honest.
Well, this point's now going to matter a little bit less than it did before, but you never know. And so
Yeah.
are you ready for your challenge?
Absolutely, let's go.
Tonight for you, goals, is a
Jimmy.
72 GMC Jimmy 4x4 4-speed
Oh my god.
or a 76 Chevy K10 Scottsdale, also a 4-speed. Let me tell you about the cars. That is that's not a look of joy.
This is a look of confidence and yeah, I for growing up like way out in the boonies, this should be my thing. There was, these were the cars everybody drove to the high school, right? Like that was the thing.
So this is a 72 Jimmy with 92,000 miles on the odo, but it's a 5-digit odo, and the owner does not know how many times it has been rolled, and so total mileage unknown.
The Odo or the car?
It looks pretty pristine, if I'm being honest, so probably just the Odo. It was purchased by the seller in 2020 and cosmetically refurbished in preparation for this sale. It is a medium olive metallic and white, a refreshed interior. It is running on a 4-inch rough country suspension lift and replaced the windshield grille, bumpers, door handles, and badges. The truck is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 linked to a 4-speed manual transmission with a dual range transfer case. Additional equipment includes 15-inch steel wheels, front discs, chrome bumpers, push-button radio. A push-button radio? Oh, like click, I'm on this channel. Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
Offered with service records and a clean Mississippi title in the seller's name. Other interesting things include pristine Snowden front bucket seats and a rear bench, trimmed in brown leather upholstery and installed during the refurb, at which time the center console and the door panels will also refinish. The dash pad was replaced. Bedliner material was applied. It has a wood-rimmed steering wheel, which frames a 100-mile-an-hour speedometer with supplemental gauges. The engine was overhauled in 17.
Right. Okay. So no hard top.
They
At
do
least it's
not.
not
They
in
do
the
not
listing.
mention having the hard top, and I see why you might bring that up, because Drain definitely thinks it's the GMC if the hard top is intact. We are matching that with the K10 truck. Once again, this is 97,000 miles shown. Also a 5-digit odometer, so we don't know what else happened here. Recently refurbished under the prior ownership and acquired by the selling dealer this year. Work has included installing a Quadrajet carb and Edelbrock aluminum intake manifold, replacing the alternator, fuel pump, and valve covers, powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 4-speed manual transmission, dual range transfer case, 3/4 ton axles finished in orange and white over gray leather upholstery, and features a windshield visor, a tonneau cover, a hitch, an American Racing wheels, a 6-inch lift kit, dual exhaust, a Grant GT steering wheel, and a JVC CD stereo system. Was first listed in Minnesota and then later at Chevy Scottsdale. Other interesting things include nothing. That's it. You don't know everything I know about these two trucks.
It's rare to see two 1970s lifted pickup trucks that don't have the blood of cyclists all over them. I think this is a tough one. I think if they... I think I have to go with the Jimmy simply because of the cool factor of the body configuration there. Otherwise, they're just two rad lifted pickups. I have to go Jimmy.
So here's the thing, Goals. It's not that it's the Jimmy. It's how much it's the Jimmy. Jimmy people are nuts.
Wow. Boy, I would have felt dumb had I said it was the K10.
And so here's the thing that this format does not necessarily show off. The interior of that Jimmy is immaculate. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
modern generation Jeep Grand Wagoneer beautiful.
Wow.
Quilted and everything. And I was like, is this the event that I do multiple screenshots
where you
for?
go like, now let's flip through.
Nope.
Yep.
We're not doing it.
Yep.
So
because that would have changed things significantly. So I think you made the right call.
that is going to put even more pressure on Conan because you are walking out of here
1 point richer.
with 1 point.
1 point richer. Let's
Thank
go.
you, and bring me Shote.
Can do.
$75,000. Absolutely nuts. Three tractors.
Oh no.
It is not three tractors.
Oh no.
How's your GT4 experience?
My feet hurt again.
I have good news for you. This is the final night of the season.
Oh god.
The torture will soon end. I brought for you tonight 2 cars. First,
Uh-oh.
a 1977 Chevy Camaro Sport Coupe for the French, and also a 1978 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Just what you are most proficient in, Shote, muscle cars. The Camaro shows, quote-unquote, 35,000 miles. It underwent both exterior and interior color changes with its recent refinishing work. It is now a maroon Camaro, which is, frankly, the most ridiculous freaking color for a Camaro. It is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. It is further equipped with 15-inch body color wheels. Who does body color wheels on a Camaro? What is going on here? It was factory finished in brown, so I guess we can actually argue that this was an improvement.
Yeah.
Additional exterior details include front and rear axle spoilers, sport side mirrors, body color bumpers, rubber protectors. It's got the front buckets. It's got a Sony AM/FM cassette. It has both a heater and a defroster, which is an advantage for driving in multiple climates. Z28 center button, 130 mile an hour speedo, which for a late 70s vet, like, let's be honest, that's the, Camaro, that's not happening. Comes with spare parts. You also get a higher performance camshaft in a box and an Edelbrock intake manifold in a box and a Holley carburetor in a box.
Did they come off the car, or is it new?
I believe there were some updates that happened here. It is compared with the Firebird, 42,000 miles shown, but again, 5-digit odometer. In this case, they are actually copying to the fact that it's been rolled. 400 cubic inch V8, subsequently modified with Holley electronic fuel injection, a comp camshaft and lifter kit, Crower Performance valve springs, Hedman headers, a 200-4R 4-speed automatic transmission was also installed. The body has been refinished in red. The cabin has black velour upholstery. They have added keyless entry to this 78 Firebird, air conditioning, custom auto sound stereo with Bluetooth, and a clean Tennessee title in the seller's name. Steering wheel features an aftermarket wrap, and the engine-tuned dash fascia that houses a 100-mile-an-hour speedometer also has a wrap. 6K TAC. Let's see, 10,000 miles were under the current ownership. The electronic fuel injection is a Terminator X, for whatever that matters. Dual exhaust system with catalytic converters removed for places where that's legal, which is nowhere.
Awkward.
A, quote, whistle noise is noted from the throttle body.
Ah, dang it.
4-speed automatic, which was installed in 2016. A removed Edelbrock intake is also available, as well as the Quadrajet carburetor to accompany the car. And that's it. You've got two late 70s muscle cars, probably the nadir of America car making, quite frankly. And you need to figure out which one of these sold for less. I mean, actually, for more.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 100% on the Firebird side because A, Firebird, but B, they put a Firebird on the hood.
So,
and it's red.
To be clear, most Firebirds from that era have the damn Firebird on the hood.
Sure. But, and then you started saying more words about things that weren't going well on the Firebird. But I think still goes on the Firebird side. I mean, Bluetooth keyless entry, that's not nothing.
Keyless entry was the biggest shock to me. So Shote's saying the Firebird, you have almost universal agreement from the peanut gallery here, although Twindigo would rather have the Camaro. And there is something to be said for that kind of like pointy nose version of the Camaro, but let's not belabor the point, because the answer, Shote, is the Firebird.
Yes.
Shote, Mick Shoterson, I do believe that makes you 4 for 4.
That's the only thing I was going for this season.
Well done. The only human to bring 4 challenge point wins on the Wednesday crew. So thank you for that. Your points have been logged, and I need you to bring me spacepunies.
All right.
4 for 4. How you doing?
I got a plan for this one.
All right, but before we get to that, tell me how because you swapped to the Porsche.
Consistency way better. I don't think I had the time on the Mercedes, but I think I had no spin outs.
With a giant uphill straight, it's hard to argue with the Benz.
Yeah. To finish first you must finish was sort of what the Porsche does well.
That's Ferdinand Porsche once said that the ideal race car finishes in first and then falls apart over the line.
Yeah.
All right.
That track, I've never heard of that. That track is phenomenal.
I have a confession to make.
What?
These are normally randomly generated.
Yeah.
But tonight...
Oh no. Do you specifically make one for me?
I kept refreshing the random list generator until your name came into the place that I wanted it.
Okay.
So everybody else is random. This one's for you.
Great. Fantastic.
Tonight, Space Punies, Destiny calls, because your options are a 1991 Land Rover Defender, TDI 5-speed.
Come on. Or
Or, do you know what's coming?
is it American?
A 2017
Okay.
AMG G63 G-Wagon. It's the AMG.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about these trucks.
I've already I've already forgotten how bad I did last time that I don't even remember if I did. You know what? No. Just continue.
I watched the footage of your previous run here before we put this together. The Land Rover has 153,000 miles on it.
Ugh.
It is a left-hand drive 3-door wagon imported to the U.S. in 2020. It was previously listed on Bring a Trailer in May 2024 and has subsequently been acquired and flipped. Recent work consisted of recharging the air conditioning system, replacing the brake booster, spare tire carrier, rear bumper, exhaust system, rear upper suspension link, and steering wheel. It is powered by a 2.5-liter turbo diesel inline-4. Let's get that back on so your head shaking goes through here. Locking center diff, white hardtop, aftermarket 16-inch alloys. Someone bolted LED lighting on that. All the Land Rovers that we've had through here, someone's put aftermarket LED lighting on them.
Like Underglow.
Air conditioning, power windows, a black leather Lucari front bucket, and touchscreen Pioneer infotainment system with integrated backup camera. Now offered with a clean Arkansas title in the seller's name. Looking through here at the other bits and pieces.
Just the
aftermarket Momo steering wheel.
mean streets of Little Rock there.
120 mile an hour speedo. At the factory, it was producing a whopping 111 horsepower. But 195 foot-pounds. It's a turbo diesel. It doesn't rev that high. Engine was removed and resealed in 2020, at which time the mounts and exhaust manifold gaskets were also replaced. Diesel injection pump and fuel lift pump were replaced in 21, and an oil change was performed in August.
Okay.
It is up against the G-Wagon. This is the AMG G63 G-Wagon, which is the biggest G-Wagon in the make. That is the one that you get to look down on the other ones from. It has remained registered within Colorado and California for its entire lifespan of 84,000 miles. It was optioned from the factory with the Designo exclusive leather and night packages, finished in Tektite gray metallic over black and sand leather upholstery. Twin turbocharged 5.5-liter V8 linked to a 7-speed automatic, a dual range transfer case, and count them 3 locking differentials, front, rear, and center. 20-inch 5-spoke AMG wheels, because you want the biggest wheels you can for off-roading, right? Bi-xenon headlights, sunroof, Parktronic, backup camera, blind spot monitoring, carbon fiber exterior trim, front brush guard, heated and ventilated power adjustable seats, Distronic adaptive cruise, Harman Kardon sound. Acquired by the seller in 2024, it is now being flipped at 84,000 miles. Clean Carfax, clean California title. When it was new, 563 horsepower and 561 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay.
Kind of monstrous. Passed an emissions inspection in October.
In California?
Yes.
All right.
Now you need to make a decision.
My worst enemy is me. I told myself just like, stay strong. If it's the one you think it is, it's gonna be the other one. But that can flip-flop back and forth. Like, why you can't go against the G-Wagon. But if that's what I think it is, it has to be the Defender. But there's no way it can be the Defender. I have to go to G-Wagon. This is so stupid. I hate myself. G-Wagon. Yeah, G-Wagon.
All right, so the call is the G-Wagon.
Yeah.
Drain, the Lotus guy said just add lightness. Rella can't go with the G-Wagon. Mateo also picking the Defender. If there is one thing that we have learned in season 1 of Tonight We Race,
backflip.
You never bet against the G-Wagon. You never bet against the G-Wagon.
Number 1, baby. You
That
could have never doubted. Yes.
spacepunies gets himself finally
Always get that challenge point.
a League Night challenge point. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
You know who to bring me.
Woo! Zen Cohen, get on in here.
He did it. He got it done. I was prepared for him to fuck that up. And I don't know what I was going to do.
Yeah, well, you know. You win some, you lose some.
I don't know why I'm whispering, because they hear it right through the mic 8 seconds later.
Right, exactly. The delay does make it quite fun, though.
I was so hoping you would get this one,
Oh boy.
because it's on paper built just for you. There we go.
What about in actuality, though?
In actuality, this might be harder than you think. Tonight for you, I brought either a 1991 Honda CRX SI 5-speed, so a performance-oriented version of the CRX, or this 1991 Honda C50J Monkey Baja. 291 Hondas that you need to make a decision about. So, the CRX has remained registered in California through the seller's purchase in 2022, shows 136,000 miles, and I do believe that Honda had 6-digit odos at that point, and so I don't think it's necessarily going to be a rollover. Powered by a 1.6-liter inline-4 with a 5-speed manual transaxle, so that's the fun one. Flint black metallic over graphite black cloth upholstery. It has an aftermarket Pioneer stereo system installed. In May 2010, an entry on its Carfax report, they say this so clinically, an entry on the Carfax report lists minor damage to the front left corner of the car. Close-up photographs of the exterior finish and trim are shown in the gallery below, which you, of course, don't get access to. Upholstered buckets, air conditioning, crank windows, lockable rear storage compartment, rear window defroster, 125 mile an hour speedo, a 6,500 RPM red line on the manual. It could be kind of fun. Gauges for fuel level and coolant temperature. It is, in fact, a 6-digit odometer, 500 miles under the current owner. At factory, 108 horsepower, 100 foot-pounds of torque. Timing belt replaced in 2017. Let's talk about the bike. 2.2 kilometers shown. And I know that because I found the picture of the odometer.
Perfect.
It says 2, and the little white one next to it says 2. This 1991 Honda Baja Monkey is one of a limited number produced for the Japanese market, and this one is said to have remained with a collection until being acquired by the seller in July 23, who is now flipping it. Finished in white, orange, yellow, and black graphics, powered by a 49 cubic centimeter 4-stroke single, paired with a 4-speed manual. Bike is equipped with a red solo seat, 8-inch steel wheels, drum brakes, full suspension, as well as a speedometer. Very nice of them, I thought. Being offered in Florida for off-road use only on a bill of sale. This vehicle does not have a title nor a registration. 60-kilometer speedo, displays recommended shift points, kind of neat for a bike of that age. And that's it. You now know everything about all the vehicles in question tonight.
So, because I have been spending a good amount of time with Jeff lately, obviously, and he is deep down the Honda rabbit hole.
Tell me all about the Honda rabbit hole.
So the Honda rabbit hole exists because Jeff owns 3 of the rarest Hondas, which in no particular order are a NSX, a Element, and a CBX.
Element. So I have a very serious question about Jeff. Why is Jeff not here?
You know, because he is flying to the Bay regularly for work, so he could not commit to 4 days on the for 4 weekends, like proactively on the trot. But I really tried hard to commit.
We'll solve this in the future season.
Next season.
Channeling your inner Jeff here, what does this say?
It says go with the CRX, because these older Honda like CRXs are just incredibly popular, especially the SI models, especially the manuals. And like the Baja is cool, but there's a very limited collector's market for it, as much as like, you know, the 80s are, I think, just like right coming off the precipice of being the hottest thing ever.
We've got a bunch of good commentary here. Grims thinks the bike has a little bit more headroom, which I think that's accurate.
Yeah,
that's a good
true
point.
facts.
The CRX does have more lights. Goals, the asshole, thinks that it's going to be the 91 Honda, replicating his. I think it's going to be the Porsche from last week. A couple votes for the CRX, a vote for the bike.
I also really enjoy that Goals is just logged in from the green room to pass snarky commentary.
That's why we've got it up on the projector in there. All right, you're going with the CRX.
I'm going with the CRX.
The answer may surprise you. Monkey Baja, a $15,000.
How? Jesus Christ.
I don't have an answer for you. This is outside of my area of experience. Somebody really wanted a Japanese issue Monkey Baja.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a point where it's like if you like, my thought was like, oh, it's a Japanese import bike, like what you would want one of the American ones if you're in Florida. Like this feels very anti-Florida, to be honest.
Maybe it is the fact that it does have 2.2 kilometers on it. Like somebody, they took delivery of it, they drove it around the block 3 times,
Right.
and they put it back.
Well, I mean, it's also most of the time you get 2.2 kilometers in the dealership PDI where they make sure that the engine isn't about to cease.
Right, because it had to roll on and roll off of a truck. And all sorts of
Exactly.
other
Yeah,
stuff.
there's all kinds of places. Well,
Thank you, Conan.
Well,
no point for
rip
you.
to me.
And but I guess the bright side is now you get to go race a car.
Now I get to go race a car.
Let's go do some racing. Which brings it. Whoa, one more. There we go. Brings us to feature race 2. Let's go light the lights, the flashing red lights in the green room, and summon our drivers back out to practice. Monkey Baja. He's saying that all week, and it's going to piss me off eventually. Sooner, if not later. Welcome back, Trap. Any surprises?
Those what? The
Monkey Baja.
15,000? What? What's with that bike?
So, I believe that brings us right about to here.
Oh, yeah.
So, the car for tonight, still the GT4, and you got the commentary from spacepunies there about the swap to the Porsche. And so I don't think I really have anything material to add here. So let's bring it over to the track.
Ah, yes, this track. The final feature race of the season takes our racers to a track they have raced dozens, possibly hundreds of times before. WeatherTech Raceway, otherwise known as the Mazda Raceway, but really just Laguna Seca. Built in 1957 between Salinas and Monterey, California.
That's where garlic comes from.
Yes. Yes.
And artichokes.
Garlic. But Laguna is home to the world-famous corkscrew, a blind uphill right sweeper, followed by a blind plunge to the left, then right. In the upper pantheon of godlike corners, the corkscrew's name induces fear, dread, and pumping adrenaline in even the most seasoned racer. And we've got a bunch of those, so let's go see how they do.
I am looking forward to this one. Let's get the quad up here. We've still got people potting in, so we're going to go pre-prep the next section, and we're going to go check on Space Punies, who is coming out of the pit lane for his practice laps. And Trap, I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. If I only had the AMG and the Cayman as my options on this track, I don't know what I would pick, because the AMG is going to cook through these sections right here. And then all roads lead to corkscrew, and I would much rather be in the lighter, more centrally balanced car through the corkscrew.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the question is, if you can get through the corkscrew clean, the AMG is going to clean up, but that is the challenge there.
Yeah, the turn that Space Punies just went through back there, that's a very clean corkscrew. Look at that.
Wow.
Turn 6, which you went through previously, that's an example of it. So right here, Goals just went through. It's an example of where the Porsche's lighter weight is going to work against it, because you really want to clip that apex and eat the hot dog, so to speak.
Or a Honda CRX.
And that'll bounce the Porsche if you're not careful.
Shocking.
Yeah, the bouncing can be a real hazard, as I've discovered in my previous drives.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because it turns out that your tires don't have a lot of traction when you're not on the track.
Too.
The solution here definitely going to be more brakes. More brakes earlier.
Right, and I think we did talk about this super briefly in one of the previous sessions, but it turns out that the steering is up front, where you want the weight to be.
Yep. The key to managing difficult corners is not turn harder, it's apply more weight to the front sooner, faster.
And also going slower doesn't hurt.
Yes. Conan in a non-standard position for this track. Let's see where he actually is. That was back at turn 1. I was making the comment earlier. I actually, or I'm sorry, no, that was on the exit of the corkscrew. I really prefer the short version of this course because not so much that it cuts out the hairpin, which it does, and I don't really like the hairpin, but it makes the entire back half of the course a series of sweepers you can take flat, especially through the gantry, and it really becomes a courage challenge for not lifting, and I really appreciate that. And then you get to do the corkscrew.
Right. I'm always surprised how fast you can take some of these corners. Like the racing line kind of tells you might want to brake here, but you don't always have to.
The general MO is you should be on the brakes as long as that ribbon says red.
But no longer.
Generally no longer. Again, we've already talked about how the iRacing racing line assist is not necessarily the most accurate and also does not account for circumstances.
Where you going, Shoat? Track doesn't go that way.
Yeah, I can't seem to figure out how to take that turn.
That's a really hard one because it's got like the G out in the center because all the camber.
Goals making his run through the corkscrew, starting a little bit inside, catching it up, diving through, rear end of the AMG's pendulum swinging out there, and will be blessed with both a penalty and having to turn around at the bottom of the corkscrew, which is a little dangerous.
So that's the trick with the AMG, though, is the weight is not centered like with the Porsche.
Correct.
So if you lose that traction, it's not immediately recoverable.
No, I mean, they're at the end of the day, they're all rear-wheel drive and relatively balanced, so it's not as pronounced as their street car version, certainly. But it's a bit chonkier. GT4, of course, using the balance of performance formula, where the cars have different traits, but on average, over an infinite number of runs over all the possible tracks, they are going to come out about the same. Looks like we've got a whole bunch of clean laps in here.
So what sort of times are we looking at?
We're looking at anywhere between 1:30 and 1:50. All right, let's bring in the practices and let's qualify. So much dread, Rella. So much dread.
I'm jealous of y'all's practice time.
You can have as much practice time as you want. This is you. How many hours have you spent on this track, Goals? How many aggregate days have you spent hucking around Laguna? It's actually a really good question. How many hours have I spent on Laguna? More than a day's worth. The 24 hours of Laguna Seca does not sound appealing to me in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, yeah.
Pink car.
It is actually really sweet. It's a really nice color.
As is true with the previous feature race, this is going to be a 2/10, so they need, or rather want, 2 clean qualifying laps after their flying start.
It's private quality.
But they have 10 minutes to get that done. And this is, of course, lone qualifier, which is why they are not seeing each other exiting the pit in the exact same geospatial coordinates.
So it's basically what, like 6 attempts?
Yeah, you could get 6 good attempts in. The standing lap is obviously going to cost you some. spacepunies run a little wide there, but that's okay. It's early. Goals flogging the crap out of his fuel cutoff. Conan about to hit the corkscrew. Excellent line. Good early cut. Almost loses it on the weight transfer front. Keeps good pace through the following left-hand sweeper. And it'll be a nice entry into the hairpin. And he's been given the green. He is now on his flying lap, and that's about as good an exit as you can ask for to start the flying lap. Moving back through the pods. All of the different Christmas tree lights on Goal's AMG lighting up here. Traction control, ABS, stability, all trying to intervene to save his bacon. Spacepunies now at turn 4.
Ooh.
I think I
Huge
just
slide through there. Yeah.
I think I just invalidated my lap in turn 5.
Would have been the same place I did it. Just sideways for so long, trying to get
Much
back on
better
it.
entry through there. Excellent, excellent. Show now moving uphill towards turn
Man, they
6,
don't
where
allow
you can
any
clip
off
aggressively
track
into the
for
apex,
qualifiers.
just
I
like
don't know.
that. Very nice. And beginning his run on
off-track
the corkscrew.
invalidate your lap.
Big braking noises, good early apex, good right-hand side, big on the hammer. It's about as good as a corkscrew gets. Conan approaching the hairpin. He's about to turn in his first lap here, but I thought I heard some chatter that it might not be a clean one.
Okay. Final chance. Let's put in a good one.
That's an asterisk, so that 131 is not going to count. Spacepunies, on the other hand, just turned in a clean 130. That's alarming. And he is out there hunting his second qualifying lap. Goals also with a 131 with an asterisk next to it. Shenanigans are occurring.
Did you guys put in clean ones?
I put in a safe banker. Now I'm going for the flyer.
This isn't going to be a fast one, but
Showed
it'll be
approaching
clean.
turn 5.
Yeah, I called it a flyer, but maybe a
Good apex
Bit of a
on the hammer.
misnomer.
Very nice.
A wild lap.
Turn 6, my favorite turn. Eat the hot
You
dog.
got more in the bank?
He eats the hot dog. A little
No
bit of
comment.
random corkscrew.
What you think?
Catches the weight. Sweeps through the left. Very nice. Keeping 100 through there. Very nice. Turn in a little early. But if he gets a good hairpin here, this could be a 130.
I fucked up my fast lap. Just touched a tad too much sausage curb and got invalidated.
And now it's in the hands of the engine.
Brutal.
Survey says
That'll work in the race.
that's a
130.1
131.
is what I managed
And he
clean.
gets it.
Excellent time.
130.1?
Yeah.
Good job, man.
I messed up the second to last
Fire
one.
there.
We are getting some checkers.
I made it into the 29s on practice, but man, it's tough to put it together.
Yeah, same. I
Oh my god, you guys are going so much faster than I am.
had a
Grid
Yeah.
positions are going to be
West,
Dr.
I'm
Gould
not-
up
I
front,
don't know how to
followed by
get the fuck out of it.
Goals, Space Punies,
It's,
Conan, Blue Flag, Brett,
it
and
takes
Shote.
like 3 laps. for the
Shote
tires
bringing
to
his
really
150 down to a 132. This
Ooh,
is a
Derek, we are
2-second pack across everyone. Very
0.6
nice.
away.
Wow.
0.05.
Let's see how the start goes.
Yeah, this is going to be a spicy one.
Dramatic.
Not get
Right.
It's going to go dramatic.
Remember that the red lights go out, and that doesn't mean go.
2-second gap on Laguna. This is going to be
2-second
fun.
gap.
I don't really remember how to actually launch the car.
Drivers are
Leave
gridding
it in
in, and
neutral
we are going to
until you
watch
see
from the
green
pod
flags
1
and just
position because that's
rev
where
it
all the
and-
fun is
and
going to be
drop it into
visible.
first.
Do you just rev from max RPM?
Not max, but yeah,
Close. Yeah.
close.
There's the flag.
Oh wow, that did That was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
I did
Show
too.
with a flying
did
start.
exactly that.
He's going to get position
so
on at
fast
least
again.
2 cars.
That's because we all lit up right away.
He's hunting for AMGs.
Like I expect there to be like 20 or 30 seconds of like prep time, and then it just goes.
Cuts to the inside there. Very nice.
Yeah.
Oozes speed on the compound.
Who's the white and black Porsche? Is that Shote?
I feel like the opportunity is going to be
Yes.
Okay,
Pretty
right
sure
on.
that's true.
But Corkscrew's a horrible place to pass.
well,
Although,
unless somebody loses it. Like, you're not doing the clean pass. You're doing the somebody went off the track pass.
Ooh, John. That was my.
little wide in 5.
Dude, Jesus.
It's going to cost him a lot of speed on 6. Eats the hot dog, keeps moving. Let's see if all the cars are pointing in the correct direction when we get here. A little wide through the first half, but cleans it up. Very nice. Everybody's still pointing in the right direction. No corkscrew casualties so far.
Still looks like a pretty tight pack.
It's a tight pack, and that's a great hairpin.
Oh damn, Conan, your car is nice looking.
Isn't it sweet?
Yeah.
Conan right behind the Space Punies blue number 5 Cayman.
Watch your entry. Watch your entry. Thank you.
It's a real tight pack in first through fourth here. Dr. Gould up front with a 136, but we know that he is capable of 129.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Two in a.
Not
You a
even really sure
mayonnaise
what
car,
happened.
Derek?
Indeed, I am.
Amazing.
The AMG having the advantage on this uphill here, but Conan still needs to turn it into a safe overtaking opportunity. Space Punies taking a non-optimal line through there. He's going to lose a couple miles an hour.
I
Conan
just saw you catch,
almost
like, a foot
getting
and a half
the
of air on
nose
way
in there,
front of your
but
car
not
going
quite
over that
enough.
sausage.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What happened here?
Could you say you could put a jar of mayo underneath my tires?
Probably 2. I think you
Honestly,
could stack 2 of the big ones, the Costco size ones.
God, that went way better than I could have.
That was really tragic, yeah.
Space Punies deciding that now that he has a challenge point, he doesn't need to race.
Everybody okay up there?
Sorry, Derek. He's bringing you out.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. And that's how I met your mother.
That was on me,
Oh,
buddy.
here we go.
Sorry.
Brett just got disconnected.
What did he say?
Sounds like we took a disconnect. That's unfortunate,
slide
but
there.
there's strong restart logic.
Sorry about that, Derek.
No, that's not worse. I kind of prefer fighting from behind cars anyway.
Conan's got about a 2-second gap to catch up to goals at this point.
Glad I was in a position to straighten you back out. I'd have felt really bad if it was just like, bump, peace.
And goals hot on the tail of Dr. Gould. Both AMGs braking aggressively at the front of the corkscrew, coming back around.
That's going to be an off-track warning, huh, Conan?
Oh, yeah.
Holding a good line through the exit there. Hot on the throttle.
Very nice.
God, this Porsche is just so underpowered compared to those marks.
Keeping pace on that exit.
It's real forgiving, though.
That is an attractive AMG. I like that purple and blue livery.
Ooh, changing the lead.
No, it's Conan for now.
make this car as wide as I can.
Conan out in front of goals.
The goals are space.
I am on.
Oh
your
no, that's
bumper,
so
buddy.
it's Conan in the purple car. That was the confusion. He changed it.
Nice way to throw it through there.
Oh,
So
I
that-
see.
Yeah, so this is the Conan goals. This is the actual drama story right here. Almost losing it. Spacepunies tracking in that pack.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Showed 4 seconds behind Ted and 1 lap ahead of Brett. I think Brett had a disconnect back there.
Oh, that was an exciting run through that corner. How many more of these do we have? 15?
13 minutes on the clock.
29.9.
Another 10 laps.
Yeah, about there.
129.
Nice.
Yeah, there are 129s getting turned in here. It's scary. We're gonna watch from here. This is peak drama.
Yeah.
So far off your pace.
You couldn't parallel park between our cars for like the whole lap so far, Conan.
No pressure or anything, though. Just, you know.
I blew that
fuck.
corner really.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, not all 4 of us. Come on. On your inside.
Little bit of contact.
And they're close enough they
Oh my
couldn't
god,
get
we
too
just went
drafty.
double wide through the fucking school. Oh my god.
Dr. Gould's just not quite
That
having
was
enough
insane.
pace to make that happen.
Good job, guys.
That's gonna be cool.
There's the bump.
Looks like Dr. Gould also swapped to the Porsche.
This is
Incredible
so
that you
rad
made
to watch
so much
from
of
Ford.
that back up.
So what is the passing strategy?
Well, other drivers' screw-ups notwithstanding, first, you have to have pace on them. And second, you have to find a place where you can actually turn that into an opportunity. And right where we are right now, this area of the track is wide enough, and these turns are fast
Came out of
enough
that corner, I was like, I've got enough drive. I have
that
to
you
go for it.
can you can choose alternative lines and trade time in future turns for a little bit of advantage now. But mostly,
Fuck, I was a gear too low in that.
you need to be taking those apexes tighter. You need to be catching 0.1 of a second every lap to pull that in. So
Mama.
there's also the
Conan, let's do
factor
this
that
right, okay?
Conan and
3, 2,
Dr.
1,
Gould
braking.
probably could pull away right here, but they're having to drive more defensively than they might otherwise. And another pack of 4 rolls through the corkscrew.
My, how we've grown.
But the positions have not changed. This is the tightest.
That was, I think, the best pass I've ever put on anybody into the corkscrew.
It's the tightest on Laguna Seca I have ever seen 4 cars drive ever. Oh,
Oh.
he puts his nose in it,
And he's clear.
and he's clear.
That is
Good.
a pretty sweet livery. Conan.
That's
Good racing,
Isn't it
buddy.
good? Yeah, this has been real fun.
it's a potential disaster of an overtake opportunity. They're getting your nose in there and hoping that the other driver notices that you're being an ass.
Maybe those mini stock car reflexes haven't quite fully worn off yet.
It's totally a valid overtake. You're putting a lot of risk on a position that you technically did not earn because you're
50s.
cutting off
Yeah,
the
that was
correct
fun.
line through
All
the
right.
corner.
Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme.
Nice defense.
A good rule of thumb is if the other driver can't see your front wheels in their peripheral, you don't have the position to attempt that. But That would not be the worst that's ever been committed on Laguna Seca. The track is famous for sins committed in the corkscrew and race control, saying, well, I guess that's that.
Oh no, I think my throttle pedal is loose.
Oh, no.
Mechanical.
Yep.
Mechanical on a sim race.
Something you'd like to inspect and repair?
I don't think there was any inspecting or repairing to be done. We're just going to hope the throttle pedal doesn't fall off.
Conan has
Okay, here we
informed
go.
us that he thinks his
All right,
throttle
here we
pedal
go.
is loose.
Oh yeah. On your left.
Are you?
I see cones are being disrespected.
Conan
now.
eating a bunch of cones
Yeah,
to get
Conan
in
just
the
took out
in
all
the
the
position for
cones.
that overtake there.
Well, it was either that or take out Ben. So
Conan said on your left, and I closed the door on my left. It's called defensive driving.
Do your best. One of the decorative.
Oh, later, buddy.
No.
That's problematic. Backing out into a live racetrack. Hit right after the corkscrew, no less. Doesn't bite him though. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big ripperoni right there, Grims. Amazingly, only
Either way, buddy,
only
that
cost
was
him one
like
position.
6 laps of some of the best racing I've ever had. Racing.
yeah, that was A plus good times. I don't think I can make it back in.
Conan, you are still in second place.
But no, I'm in
No?
fifth.
Did it update? Oh, it did update.
You got the speed to chase me down in a couple laps. Won't be a problem.
Well, I guess take him out back behind the woodshed. He's done.
Yeah, I have an interesting issue where my my throttle pedal is slightly loose, which makes it real fun to let on and off the throttle.
Sounds like don't lift to me.
I'm literally sweating into my eyeballs.
Conan, would you like us to address your pedal? Well, that's what I mean. Would you like to pit and we can fix your pedal? Because you can't complain about it if you don't let us fix it.
So the maybe slight silver lining here is if there is an actual mechanical failure in the sim pod, you will not have to pull a safety car out onto the track.
That's true. Although we could,
Every time I hit the
in
front
theory,
brake, I
do
wipe the
that.
sweat
That'd be
off
an
my brow.
interesting twist. We could summon the
It's
safety
a
car.
hard day's work.
Is a man not entitled? I've just gotten very, very sloppy, Ted, so we'll see how this goes, but
Like we do hate to see mechanical issues, but real cars do also have mechanical issues sometimes.
Constantly.
And of course, we do not require that the drivers pit at all during these races.
That's also a new failure mode. We've never seen the decorative plate of the accelerator pedal come loose, but of all the people it could happen to, I think this is on brand.
Bring out the helmet.
Look at them flow through the corkscrew. I love watching these Caymans carve.
They're taking it like it's just not even a thing.
Show it now at 28 seconds on Conan. Looks like Brett was not able to reconnect. Is that what I'm getting out of this? Guessing if his lap counter keeps increasing.
Get into the 28s. Spin and give me 15 seconds back.
We are at
We could battle again.
4 minutes and 20 seconds
and
in
John
feature
back.
race 2. I'm going to start doing some
You're a great
tabulation
lap,
here.
Disappointed I can't see them, but clearly you are doing great laps too, Ted, because I am not gaining on you at all.
Actually going to open up the scoring sheet in another tab
Say
here.
this result right now, if the white flag went, I
And
think
we're going
is
to
exactly
work on
what I
that
need
while Conan
sit
is
for
trying to make up
championship
that
overall.
pace.
Nice. Well, it won't be a real championship because I wasn't able to qualify for bonus points, so.
I'm okay with it.
Show it recovers. So goals picked
I
up
won it on track. You won it on Craigslist.
11
so good
points
for you, bud.
in the first
Bring a
race.
trailer, Ted.
And Space Punies picked up, and that's with a asterisk. Space Punies picked up 8 points, 9 points with an
They're
asterisk.
faster
That's a
lap.
challenge. Blue flag picked up 6. Diamond picked up 4. Conan picked up 3. Should have picked up 2. Star, so there's a 3.
I hope to catch him, Derek.
Sorry, excuse me. Brett picked up 2. Should have picked up 2. The Star. There we go. That's accurate. All right, we are now prepared to speak to the scores of the race. Goals out in front with Dr. Gould hot on his heels, about a second and a half behind, followed by Space Punies,
Time I
who
hit the bottom of the
flows
corkscrew,
through
I see your
right
headlights,
behind
Derek,
them.
hit it, and it freaks me out.
See
Yeah, the lighting is
headlights
like
have
the lighting
turned on
is
now.
really bad.
The sun
that
is
way.
going down in Monterey,
There's like these lighting glitches where you see headlights where you shouldn't.
and the
you're like, "Ah, what's
airsoft
going
kitties on Fort Ord have come out to play. Minute 43 on the clock, just crossed over, so they are going to get 2 more laps here, is my guess. This is still a real fight up front.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get way too many mistakes.
That gap is widening. Space Punies pace running at a 129.6, 129.5, 130, 131. Everyone's putting in solid lap times here.
Still relatively close.
It's a tight race. Goals picking up the white flag. This will be his last lap.
There's your 128.
Turns in a 128.9.
Nice, dude. Damn.
It's a fast lap.
Nicely done, Bernard.
Thank you.
Gap to spacepunies now 4 seconds.
I spun.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Don't
With
give
a
it to me.
questionable safety re-entry.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I just spun on the final lap.
I mean,
In
And then
the,
it took me like 30 seconds to get the car pointed the right way.
in the corkscrew,
Bad
no
place
less.
to go off right there.
God damn it.
it's how this is how racing works.
That's got to be disappointing.
I'm going to lose the championship by like 4 points, and I'm going to be so disappointed.
Oh my god.
Like 4 bonus points.
Unintended last-second drama.
That was
My
a
goodness.
excellent race.
That is a deep way to watch. Get raced.
Goodness sake.
Four of us?
Fucking monster. I really want to watch the battle with you guys.
Oh no, that's bullshit.
Did I steal the best lap on that last lap?
You were flying.
What'd you get?
1:28.6.
Holy shit, yeah.
Space Punies holding the results screen for me. Thank you so much.
I was chasing. I was like, I can make this work, and I think my pedal has, only slightly fallen off. It's fine. Everything's fine. Did great.
Dr. Gould up
Oh my
front,
god, one thing
followed
about
by
playing this game on
Space
Index,
Punies
boy, you
with
get
a last-second upgrade into second place,
I'm fully sweated.
followed by
What was your fastest lap?
Goals, followed by Blue Flag Ted Carter,
I thought you had
followed by Conan, and then Shote, and then Brett with a super unfortunate disconnect.
Oh my god. That was a great last race of the season.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, that's the best replayability to watch that.
So, normally, this is where we would kick everybody out and do the last statements here, but given that this is the last race of GT4 League,
Right.
we should do the scoring right now
We
in
should
real
do that.
time.
Yes.
And so, let me run this all back here. Space Punies. Let's do this in order here. Dr. Gould took first place there. So that's going to be another plus 10 for him. And so that's going to be plus 14 for the night, which puts him at 45 points.
Yes.
Space Punies had 9 earlier in the night. He is picking up another 8 for his second place finish there. So that's going to be a delta of 17 points, putting them at 45.
Also.
Jesus Christ, are we going to have a tie for first? Goals, who just turned in a third place performance, and that is going to give him a plus 6 next to the plus 11 he already picked up for a total of plus 17, which is going to put him at 55. Am I reading that right?
That's what I've got.
55 for goals. Blue Flag, aka Ted Carter, in a fourth place position, which is going to be worth 4 points. He was already good for another 6 tonight, so that's plus 4 there. So he's going to be at 56. Conan, who just turned in a fifth place. So that's going to put him at another plus 3 for a total of plus 6, putting him at 45.
Wow, a three-way tie for third.
Shote picking up another 2. So that's plus 2 there for a total plus 4, putting him at a total of 18. And Brett picking up 1 more because he did start, bringing him to 15 points. And so this is now actually, toss this crap out of the way.
Hang on, 15 on that one.
Oh, I'm sorry, 15 here. Yeah. So let's make this pretty and presentable here. That's unbold that, unbold that, unbold that. That is going to bring us to, in first place, is it really? Is it Ted? It's Blue Flag.
Yeah.
Remote Racer Blue Flag pulls a first place in the GT4 League, followed by second place Goals Local Racer. Congratulations. Followed by a three-way tie for third between spacepunies
We're not giving any of this.
and Conan and Dr. Gould on the remote, and then Shote and Brett bringing us out. And so if we go to the deck now and refresh the actual run deck, I believe that we can run it on back to the F5 the deck, F5 the deck. I believe that's accurate.
I did want to check week 2 for Blue Flag. I think we need to.
Did we forget to add some points here?
I think we might have forgot to put them on the sheet.
Wait, what's wrong with week 2 for Blue Flag? That's not. He got 5.
You got 5?
Yeah. No, he did not have a great week 2.
He did not have a great week 2.
No.
But pulled it out. All right.
Yeah.
And that, I believe, brings us to the end of the guided tour.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fantastic.
If you please.
Yeah, so thank you for tuning in to Tonight We Race Season 1. We assembled our band of volunteers. We didn't know what the final product was going to look like, but you all made it happen.
That's a wrap on Season 1. If you liked what you saw here and want to be part of Season 2, I encourage you to join the Discord, linked in the social section of our profile. Season 2 will bring new drivers, new formats, and new challenges. All of the information about how you can participate in that silliness will be in the Discord, and we look forward to seeing you there. Of course, you may be watching this in VOD format, in which case, who knows what season we're actually on right now. Hello, future person. Have the AIs taken over? Is BMW's model naming any clearer to you now? Do people still sell custom neon signs on Bring a Trailer for thousands of dollars? Do us a favor and pop your head in anyway, and please let us know. Stay on the lookout for a holiday special episode for World War II. You never know. And we are out. See you soon. Good night. And thank you, everyone, for a fantastic season. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now get out of my basement.
We did it.
What a finish.
That was a
What a finish.
drama. Watching some replays on that one.
I am going to go ahead and I will pull this one into Final Cut immediately. And we will start carving because there's content to expect. Killing the mic, and we're out.